Officials are now confirming that a small number of the advanced F-35 stealth fighter jets have arrived in Puerto Rico as part of an ever-growing buildup of military assets in the region aimed at striking drug cartels. According to Associated Press, 2 U.S. officials confirmed that a handful of F-35 jets are now in the U.S. territory. They spoke on condition of anonymity to freely discuss ongoing operations. The confirmation comes amid U.S. plans to move 10 jets to the region and as online plane spotters noticed some jets making the move from U.S. bases over the weekend using tracking websites. Video and photos of the planes in Puerto Rico have also made their way online. The jets join a small flotilla of Navy ships, including several ships that are carrying more than 2,000 Marines, as well as maritime patrol aircraft that have been in the region for weeks. President Volodymyr Zelenski on Thursday said that Ukrainian forces have liberated 160 square kilometers of lands in a counteroffensive in eastern Donetsk region. Since the beginning of the operation, our forces have already liberated 160 square kilometers, and over 170 more square kilometers have been cleared of the occupiers. Any group of occupiers trying to enter the area is being destroyed, Zelensky said on September 18. The counteroffensive has been carried out in Pokrovsk and Dobrapilya direction of Donetsk region. Moreover, Ukrainian troops have captured nearly 100 Russian prisoners, liberated 7 settlements and cleared 9 more settlements of Russian presence so far, Zelensky revealed. He said Russia has lost more than 2,500 troops over the past few weeks in Pokrovsk direction and 1,300 of these soldiers have been killed, adding that the counterattack continues in Donetsk. Ukraine is fully and justly defending its positions, its land. This is a heroic defense. I am proud of our warriors, proud of our people, Zelensky stressed. Furthermore, the Ukrainian leader resumed his call for more military assistance from Kiev's Western partners and urged the strengthening of sanctions in order to pressure Russia to reach a peace deal to end the war. His statement comes amid increased counterattacks by Ukrainian troops that have been mainly in defensive position along the front line in east of Ukraine in the past 2 years. In early September, Ukrainian troops captured the village of Zarykne in Donetsk region and cleared 2 more villages, Novoekonomikne and Yudakny, in embattled Pokrovsk in the same region. Zelensky this week warned that Russia was preparing for 2 major counteroffensive operations for the autumn.
Russian staff officers of the 35th Combined Arms Army were killed in a sabotage attack in the occupied part of Zaporizhia Oblast in late August. The Ukrainian project, I Want to Live, reported. According to the statement, unknown individuals set fire to dry grass near the army's command post, not far from the village of Vosresenka, on August the 30th. The fire reportedly quickly spread to buildings and dugouts at the site. Due to heavy smoke and the command post filling with carbon monoxide, the headquarters personnel were unable to escape. The statement read, "The Ukrainian state-run project published a list of Russian soldiers allegedly killed in the fire. Ukrainian forces and pro-Ukrainian partisan groups have repeatedly targeted Russian soldiers and military infrastructure on occupied territories or inside Russia. Earlier this week, Ukraine's military intelligence, HUR, claimed it had carried out explosions in Russia's Vladivostok as a revenge operation targeting troops accused of war crimes. Vladivostok, a major port on the Sea of Japan near China, lies about 6,000 kilometers east of Ukraine, making it one of Russia's most distant cities from the war's front lines. The operation struck the 47th Airborne Assault Battalion of the 155th Guards Marine Brigade, stationed in the village of Shtitovaya in Russia's Primorsky Krai. According to the source, the battalion fought in near Kiev, Volodar, Mariupol, Kursk and Pokrovsk, and was accused of brutality against civilians and executing Ukrainian prisoners of war. The source reported powerful blasts in the parking lot of a military facility, followed by a second explosion. Russian media said emergency services and a helicopter were dispatched to the scene. Authorities fenced off administrative buildings and parking zones and started inspecting vehicles. "We are waiting for obituaries to appear in the media outlets of Vladivostok," the source said. Local officials said the explosions were caused by a gas equipment malfunction, adding that there were no casualties, though several vehicles suffered minor damage. This comes as a second operation of its kind this year. In May, HUR carried out explosions near Vladivostok, also targeting Russia's 47th Airborne Assault Battalion, an intelligence source told the Kyiv Independent at the time.
The Special Operations Forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine confirmed the damage to the Volgograd oil refinery in the Volgograd region of the Russian Federation. On the night of September 18, 2025, units of the Special Operations Forces hit the Volgograd oil refinery in the Volgograd region of the Russian Federation, reported the SOF of the Armed Forces of Ukraine on social networks. As stated, the Volgograd oil refinery is involved in meeting the needs of the enemy's armed forces. This refinery is the largest producer of fuels and lubricants in the southern federal district of the Russian Federation. The annual processing volume is 15.7 million tons, which is 5.6% of all oil refining in the Russian Federation. According to preliminary information, the refinery's operations have been stopped, the report says. The Special Operations Forces continue to carry out asymmetric actions to stop the enemy. Special Operations Forces, always beyond the limit, emphasized the SOF. According to local residents, the sound of engines and explosions could be heard in the southern part of Volgograd. Loud noises were also reported in nearby settlements, Telegram channel Shot wrote. At Volgograd Airport, the Covier plan was activated, and 2 flights to Moscow were cancelled. A Covier plan is an airport operational safety procedure for airport services and personnel when an unidentified object appears in the sky. The regional governor said that falling UAV wreckage shattered windows and damaged the roof of 2 houses in the Krasnoarmysky district. No casualties were reported.